I don't usually record videos so late at night, but you know those kind of sudden bursts of motivation you have, like late at night? Yeah, this is one of those. Oh, and we're going to be talking about TikTok. You should know what it is. It's a popular app which has stormed the world. People like Charli D'Amelio, yeah, and Jason Derulo. He's actually kind of good, not gonna lie. But anyways, yes, the Charli D'Amelio app. How many followers does she have right now? She currently has 75 million followers on TikTok. Who would have thought that how old is she? Like 16? 16-year-old girl dancing to some random music would have 75 million followers. Anyways, let's just not get sidetracked. If you have been listening to some news, President Trump has signed an executive order this Thursday banning TikTok. So what's in this executive order, you may ask? It's banning transactions between the US and ByteDance. Now, why is ByteDance important? Because, well, it owns TikTok. It's the parent company of TikTok. And so obviously if you ban transactions with the parent company of TikTok, you're inevitably banning transactions with TikTok itself. Now this order is supposed to be taken up in 45 days at the maximum. Let's see if that happens. Who knows? No one knows, but it's supposed to happen in the next 45 days or so. But the thing about this bill is it's quite confusing, and TikTok's future is still quite in the blank here, because how is blocking transactions going to really affect the usership of TikTok in the US? Because President Trump can't just go ahead and say, oh no, we're banning people use TikTok. They're gonna figure out a way. And it's not like it's totally banning TikTok in the US. The operations in the US are not so clearly affected if this bill goes through in the next 45 days. So through this confusion, President Trump just yesterday went ahead and said that they had means to restrict TikTok. And he announced some plans to purge untrusted Chinese tech services, which could reasonably include WeChat and TikTok, under the new Clean Network program. Interesting name, I know, but that's what he said. What's really interesting here is through this executive order, obviously, President Trump is literally calling TikTok a national emergency. So let me give you a little background here, alright? So why is President Trump even considering listing TikTok as a national emergency, and of course banning and closing off transactions with ByteDance? Now the answer to that is privacy, supposedly. Again, we don't know if that's true or not, but supposedly the US believes that there are privacy issues with this app because they believe the Chinese government is stealing data from US citizens using the app in US soil.
And for good reason. With parent companies based in China, apps like TikTok, WeChat, and others are significant threats to personal data of American citizens, not to mention tools for CCP content censorship.
Now the US actually isn't the only country to have this problem, don't get me wrong. India had this problem, and just last month, I believe July's decision, India banned TikTok and 59 other apps from India, because they believed that the Chinese government was actually stealing data from them. Now, is this true? It probably is. I mean, it's China, you never really know. But again, it could be another political move. And of course the crazy thing is President Trump goes ahead and lists this as a national emergency, which has never really been done. It's unprecedented to list an app, TikTok, as a national emergency.
We urge certain American people to have the right attitude, abandon prejudice, stop using so-called state apparatus to put pressure on Chinese companies, and to do more that will contribute to the promotion of Chinese-US relations.
Alright, now here's where it gets a bit saucy. Now we know that TikTok has a lot of users in the US, considerably more than it has in the rest of the world, to be honest, because for some reason Americans just love TikTok. It's like Vine all over again with Chinese, with Charli D'Amelio. See, Microsoft announced over the weekend that it's planning to buy TikTok from ByteDance. Yes, Microsoft, Bill Gates Microsoft, is planning to just buy TikTok. So TikTok is officially going to become an American company. And so if TikTok becomes an American company, President Trump won't have a problem because it doesn't become a national emergency anymore because it's owned by the Chinese government. It has no connections to ByteDance, which has connection to China. It has connections to Microsoft, which is based in the US.
Here's the deal. I don't mind if, whether it's Microsoft or somebody else, a big company, a secure company, very American company, buy it.
Thus, the US cannot steal US information. Of course it can, but I don't think President Trump would mind. Anyways, ByteDance reportedly wanted to originally keep a minority stake in TikTok. Obviously, I mean, it's so successful. But supposedly they're getting kind of desperate right here, and so according to some reports, they're willing to give the entire app away to Microsoft without any minority stake at all. So no more control. It's fully Microsoft. And so I'm going to quote what the executive order on ByteDance said. All right, and I quote here. The spread in the United States of mobile applications developed and earned by companies in the People's Republic of China continues to threaten the national security, foreign policy, and economy of the United States. At this time, action must be taken to address the threat posed by one mobile application in particular, TikTok. In 45 days, transactions by any person or property subjected to US jurisdiction with ByteDance or any of its subsidiaries will be prohibited to the extent that they are permitted under applicable law. So again, what it's basically saying is that the order claims that TikTok's access to user data, including location browsing and search histories, which supposedly it actually does, threatens to allow the Chinese Communist Party to access Americans' personal and proprietary information, potentially allowing China to track the location of federal employees and contractors, build dossiers of personal information for blackmail, and conduct corporate espionage, all through a dancing app. So apart from making a noise, what ByteDance has actually done, instead of just making noise, of course, and say, oh no, this ain't right, you can't do that, which technically the US can't because it does put worldwide business in a sort of ramble. Again, sort of the gray blank area here. Not anyone really knows. Of course, ByteDance says it's not allowed. But apart from that, ByteDance actually claims that they're distancing themselves from China. They're based in Beijing. But they say that their information is stored outside of China. Where? No one knows. But all we know, it's supposedly outside of China. And so it's outside of China. All of a sudden, Chinese Communist government cannot access it, right? Well, of course not. That makes no sense. If it's stored outside, it can still be accessed. But again, I'm telling you, this is confusing stuff. It really is, alright? And I seriously believe there is a hidden political agenda behind this entire scheme, besides a national emergency supposedly regarding stealing American data, which could lead to corporate espionage. But yes, that's it. So the main question remains, will TikTok get banned in the United States of America? And will Charli D'Amelio finally have to get a real job? Well, we don't know yet. Probably not. It's still confusing. If Microsoft buys it, well, TikTok remains and fights to live another day. But that's all from me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you understand this kind of confusing situation a bit more. And of course, see you next time. Peace. Have a good night. Have a good day.